Hey guys, what's up? Jams Reviews here again. We've got another YouTube review for you. This time I'm decided to go ahead and review Wrong Turn 6. Now if you watch my channels you will know that I am a big fan of the Wrong Turn series. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. Obviously they're not very good films anymore. You know, the first one was good, the second one was good, and they just got arguably lower budget and worse as the series went on. So that's right, there are 6 in the series now. A lot of people don't know. Obviously after the first one I went straight to DVD. And the 6th one I did enjoy. I picked it up the day it came out from Asda for £8, and it's a good job I did. I'll tell you what later why. So yeah, Wrong Turn 6, it was different. Obviously, if you follow the series, you know that the 3, 4, and 5 all had the same director, Declan O'Brien. He wrote it as well. And they decided to go in a different direction. I think it's called Valerie Milev. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's directed this one, he got a new writer, and he decided to go in a different direction with the series. Now it's not exactly a prequel, it's not a sequel, it's kind of a reboot, I suppose. It does feature the 3 main hillbillies. I think it's Sawtooth, Three Fingers, and I forget the other one. But they don't feature very heavily in the film. Instead, the film decides to focus on a bit more of a plot, and you will notice that this one was a lot more storyline rather than gore. I mean, the kills in it are good. There's plenty of violence, plenty of deaths, and a lot of nudity, like a ridiculous amount of nudity. But overall, I did enjoy the film. It was nice that rather than number 5, which seemed like the plot was kind of put there just so they could get as much violence and kills and torturing as they could, whereas this one, there was a plot. I did enjoy it. It was a lot better than some of the previous films. I mean, I heard about this film coming out pretty much the second it got announced, so I was following it the whole way, and I was really excited, and I wasn't disappointed with the film. Obviously it was low budget, I was expecting that. If you go into these films just looking for some violence, expecting a low budget laugh crap fest, you're going to be, you're going to get what you want. So basically the film's about a young lad who's got a pretty of a blurry past. He doesn't really know where he's from, and he doesn't really have much going for him, until he finds out that he's inherited it's called Hobbs Springs, like a big mansion. It's really nice set, really, it looks very authentic, and basically he's inherited that, so he goes with a couple of friends, investigates it. There's a lot of arguing, certain friends decide to steal, there's plenty of character development, like you really do get a feel for some of the characters, which is rare with a Wrong Turn film, especially after the first 2. And ended up actually caring about one of them. The only face that I recognised was, I think she's called Roxanne Pallett, only because she's English and she used to be in Emmerdale. I know it's pretty sad. I just remember her being in that. So yeah, I did enjoy the film. Obviously the storyline there, it's fake, it's detailed, there's backstory, there's incest, Lannister style, brother, sister, sex, and all kinds of messed up things. And there's plenty of kills in there, especially one that involves a hose being inserted up somebody's arse, which was definitely fun to watch and definitely a highlight of the film for me. So overall, enjoyment-wise, I'm giving the film a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot slower than some of the Wrong Turn films, I must admit. So a lot of people were off-put by that they focused more time on the plot rather than just kill, kill, kill. A lot of people have obviously criticised the nudity. There was a lot, I must admit, but that doesn't faze me too much. And the acting as well, a lot of them were British, and apparently, obviously because I myself am English, I don't really notice when an accent slips too much, because the accents just sound normal to me, but apparently some people have said that a lot of the actors did not put a very convincing American accent on. I thought overall the acting was acceptable from this kind of film. The makeup in the film, however, was pretty disappointing. Obviously, as the budget's lessened, the cannibals, the main 3 cannibals, have looked worse and worse as the series have gone on, and this is no exception. They look like masks, and sometimes the masks look ready to fall off. But there was some atmosphere in the film. Hobbs Springs was a very authentic location, as I have said. One thing worth mentioning, that this film is now getting really hard to find, really expensive. I had a quick look before this video. I got it for like £8 the day it came out. However, it's since been retracted from shelves and stores. We're no longer selling it due to a court case. Because at some point in the film, there's a board of missing peoples, and apparently the directors have decided to use an actual missing person picture, which has caused all kinds of controversy, which is absolutely shocking. Why they thought they'd do that, I don't know, but basically it's affecting the sales of the film, and it could potentially affect the chances of getting a 7th. So for me, that could have killed the Wrong Turn series. Obviously, the film's really hard to find. I had a look on Amazon, and I think the cheapest it was £30 new. In America, it was $99, which is ridiculously expensive. I was reading some forum and Best Buy, all that they've retracted it from the shelves and were refusing to sell it, which is really, really shocking. So yeah, that could really spell the end of the Wrong Turn series. You know, that's massive. It's really, really shocking. I can't believe they've done that. It's such a stupid decision, and it's made this film really hard to find. So if you do have a copy, count yourself lucky. I can't remember if the people were saying it's still available on Netflix, the American Netflix. I'm not too sure. But you know, if you can get your hands on it cheap, check it out. But obviously, because it's so expensive, it's going to limit the amount of people that are able to see this. I mean, really, one of the only ways to get it, because obviously you're not going to spend £30 on a film like this. Hell, it's hard to even justify spending £10. Never mind $100, which is ridiculous. So a lot of people are just going to torrent it. Obviously, they're not going to get money. They're not going to be able to continue the series, and it's a shame because this film set it up for a good sequel. I can imagine the 7th one, if they carried it on storyline-wise, got a couple of the actors back, there was room for an interesting sequel, like a sequel that kind of could be justified being made. Like some of the sequels in Wrong Turns have been made for the sake of being made, whereas a 7th one, following on from 6th, would make sense because there's a lot of storyline to be expanded. But since people can't buy it, they're not going to spend money on it. They're not going to get money for the film because of some stupid decision to include some woman's face on it, on a missing billboard picture. And I don't know the details of it, but basically, as I'm talking, it's in court or something along those lines. And you know what actions to be taken, it's still to be seen. So it's quite worrying for the future of Wrong Turn. I mean, I'm on the British eBay as we speak, and the pack, the 1 to 6 pack, that's like £70. You know, it's like it's out of print already. So it's if you've got that film, hold on to it. It could be worth some money in the future. I mean, I'm really happy I've got it. I mean, because obviously it would ruin me if I couldn't have it in my collection. Obviously, my collection's gone. It's I've not got rid of it. It's just I had like some 700 DVDs, but they're all boxed up because we're having some work done in the house, and it kills me having this bare, barren background. I'm used to having stacks of DVDs, so my room feels quite empty without them. But yeah, so that's my review of Wrong Turn 6. If you're able to check it out, but obviously it's not going to be worth spending that $100 is what they charge on Amazon, which is ridiculous. So make sure you do check it out. So that has been my review for Wrong Turn 6. I did enjoy the film, and I feel like I'm very lucky to actually be able to own it on DVD, which is crazy. So yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Check out my other videos as well, and give my channel a subscribe because I'm going to be posting plenty of horror reviews as time goes on. Thank you.